On this special episode of Supercars Torque, I review some Datsun model cars. So I've been waiting a long time for this. I have an extensive model collection. I'll insert a clip around here and show you what the collection looks like. So this is the model cabinet, which is in my dining room. So it goes all the way across. These are the things you can do when you are single and you don't have anyone to answer to. Up top there, we've got a couple of Monaros, some HRT Bathurst winners, some random old Commodores, the Perkins collection, the Brock collection, some Bathurst winners and things like that. And then all of the little ones down the bottom. That is HRT all the way through from the start of when you could get them to the end, and the HSV dealer team / Kelly Racing behind, a whole heap of random little Commodores down the back there. In the Holden side as well, you will see in there a sneaky BMW and a couple of Sierras as part of all the Brock cars. That's actually all Brock mobile cars. And then over this side, if we go past my special coffee maker, we have some random cars, including a Dick Johnson Falcon, the Volvos, the Nissans, where somehow the new ones are going to fit in there, the local Sierra collection, the Dick Johnson Falcon collection, the other random Falcon collection, the overseas Sierra collection. You might get an idea, I kind of have a thing for Sierras, the Erebus Mercedeses, and the old Mazda RX-7 Group Cs, and some random little 143rds down the bottom. So that's the whole collection there across the back of my dining room wall. Now you'll notice a distinct lack of Altimas in the collection. I have all the other Car of the Future cars except for Mustangs, which aren't out yet. And basically what I was doing was waiting for, a special kind of Altima to come out that had kind of won something. So some of the winners hadn't been done. I think the Caruso winners hadn't been done. The James Moffat one had, but I wasn't too interested in that. So I was, waiting for someone like Rick to really, win something. Maybe they could surprise a Bathurst win or something in there. Unfortunately, they didn't. The Ultimate program's over and done with. Hadn't announced any 2019 farewell cars. Would have really liked to have had that Todd Kelly, the final race car in kind of the old Kmart look. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Not too interested in getting a Code 3 done of any of those cars either. So these are the three that I chose to add to the collection. I'll have a bit of a rundown of why I chose them, and let's have a bit of a look at them as well. As you can see, I haven't even opened these yet, so I'm just going to tear off. I'll do a bit of an unboxing because they're pretty cool things on the internet, aren't they? So if it's crap, I might edit it out. I might fast forward it up, but we'll see how we go. I don't really care about this tissue paper. It keeps the box nice for in transport and stuff, but yeah, I'm not going to keep that on there forever because it just turns crap. I do actually open these boxes with a knife. That one popped open quite nicely. So let's see what you get in the box. Number 146 of 196, you get a little thing there, and I think the idea is that you can get the driver to sign it. On a lot of the older models, they did get the drivers to sign them. They don't seem to bother as much these days. I suppose, I don't know. I have heard some of the drivers do charge the model makers for that. So there's the box. I'll put that aside. Let's pop this open. There is a lot of tape, so this is going to be great YouTube viewing of me cutting. Oh, I think it's been inspected by the person I purchased it through. They actually do a good job. I'm very happy with the dealer that I deal with. So here's the model in the packaging. We'll pull it out. Put him up there. We'll throw away the packaging. I quite like when they aren't screwed into the packaging, because that makes it quite difficult to get them out. These are actually a sealed body one. I do hear a lot of people complain about the sealed body. Really, this is a die-cast one. Quite a lot of them are resin these days. There's a lot of fluff on there. We'll blow that off before we put it into the cabinet. But yeah, so there's the model. It's quite a good looking car for a Datsun. You know, they were really an ugly road car. You know, they did quite a good job to make them look like a reasonable race car. There is actually a little bit of, the paint's actually a little bit ordinary down the side there. Not sure if you can see that on the film. That's not great for displaying. But yeah, it's you know, I don't complain too much unless there's, you know, big defects in the cars. A little bit of paint being wrong, I'm not going to send it back or anything like that. As I was saying, I don't mind about them not having opening doors and things like that, not having opening bonnets. As you can still see, there's detail underneath. They've still got an engine and everything in there. You know, the detail's very good for them. On some of them, with the opening, the doors and bonnets don't sit quite right, so I quite like how the doors and that sit on the sealed ones. I think they look really good. And really, I'd prefer the model to be made, you know, in a sealed one, being a little bit cheaper, rather than not seeing the model made at all. It's like when some people complain that, you know, oh, there's a slight difference between this one and that one, and it's not shown on the car. You know, I'd prefer to see the model made rather than, you know, slight little differences in the car. So here are the three models in question. They're all from the 2018 season. They're all Kelly racing cars. The Rick Kelly season car, this was actually Rick Kelly's best championship year in an Altima. He ultimately finished 8th in the championship. He did get one win down there at Winton. Some other notable results he had were he finished 2nd and 3rd at Phillip Island and 2nd in race 1 at the Bend. It was a reasonable year for him. And basically, that's the car I wanted, you know, a Nissan winner. I thought it was quite smart in its Castrol Racing livery. It's quite a nice looking car, and you know, kind of the green, red, and white. It looks quite different to the rest of the field, which, you know, some of them kind of blend in together. I did also pick the Simona car. She finished a whopping 23rd in the championship this year. She only beat Tim Blanchard, Richie Stanaway, who was having his terrible Tickford year, bit different to his terrible Gary Rogers year, and Todd Hazelwood, who was in year 1 at MSR that year, which was a total disaster of the year, which saw them change from the DJR Falcon back to a Triple Eight Commodore mid-year, because they were that lost. Her best results were, wait for it, she got 2 14ths. One of them was at that night race at Sydney Motorsport Park and at Bathurst. So in the longer races, she was doing quite well. But wait, she finished 10th at Newcastle. And that was when we all got excited and thought, hey, she's starting to get on top of this. 2019 is going to be much better, and we all know what happened. The final one that I chose, this was the Rick Kelly, Gary Jacobson Bathurst car. It finished 11th. They qualified 14th. They were just kind of mid-pack all day. Nothing about this, you know, kind of excites, except for the paint job. It's that Larry Perkins tribute, kind of, you know, from that period, was it 93 to kind of 97, 98, when he ran that paint job. And I just, that's the most stunning paint job I think that was ever on a race car. So it's not so much going to go into my Nissan collection that you've probably seen in my cabinet, as I put in something that I'm going to film after. But anyway, the magic of TV, or the magic of YouTube. I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to actually put it with the Perkins race cars, where I've got the 3 Bathurst winners plus that tribute VF thing that they did, which I actually thought those tribute cars were ridiculous when I saw the first few, and then they brought out that Perkins one, and bang, I put my order in. So anyway, these are actually very, very low numbers, so I'm really glad that I did pre-order these to get my hands on them. 196 of this one in total. What have we got? 208 of this one. So obviously the Larry Perkins thing, the most popular. Only 120 of the Simona Di Silvestro car. So there were some models back in the day where they were kind of producing, 5,000 units of, just the kind of like, Rick Kelly kind of championship car, not even a championship winner and things like that. And then some of the Bathurst winners and things like that, you might have had 10,000 units of them. There were massive amounts of models going around, kind of 10 odd years ago. They've really scaled it back. Apparently pre-ordering is, getting quite a necessity, which I actually have been pre-ordering for a long time. And then it's kind of good for the collector as well, because if you pre-order, get in there, get one, they hold their value a lot better on the second-hand market, so you don't kind of, it was getting ridiculous at a point there where you'd be like, do I want that one or not? Kind of sit on the fence. And then 3 weeks after it came out, you jump on eBay, and you'd get it, it was regular retail for, say $200, and you were picking them up on eBay for like 130, 150 bucks. So there was a real disincentive, whereas I reckon at the moment, probably if you jumped on eBay or whatever, you'd probably be looking more like 250 or something for these. I haven't actually had a look, but some of the other, for a while I've been and thinking about getting one of the, maybe getting one of the Norton Hornet ones or a Jack Daniels one or something like that. And even their values have been, quite reasonable on eBay. So I thought it was better to wait for these and pre-order and wait what felt like an eternity to get them. But they're finally here. These are the latest ones for my collection. I'm going to go over the coming weeks, months, years. As I pick up new models, I'll do a review of them. Go through kind of, what's significant about the car, why I picked this actual model. Like, I picked that one because of the paint job. I wanted a Nissan winner of some description. That's definitely fits that. And the Simona thing, because just the Simona, the kind of Simona experiment, that's a good one to have. It could be quite a long time before we see another female in a car. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully it's not Renee Gracie. But, just as a bit of a significant car, and you'll notice in my collection that some of them, they might not be championship winners or Bathurst winners or something like that, but they're a bit of a significant car to the series, or, some special model, or there's some, stupid reason, like, a fancy paint job as to why I want the model car. If you've seen any of the models in my collection there, if you down in the comments, if you'd like me to run a review of anything in particular. If not, I'll probably just grab ones at random every now and again, and just review. Leave your comments down in the comments section. Send me an email, supercarstalk@gmail.com, and until next time, I'll see you later.